Hello?
Emotional damage.
Hello?
Meow.
We are back. How you doing, Stoic Nation? Are you ready? Are you ready for the night of 1,000 gamer moments? I am. Pretty much as soon as the week begins, I am in a state of pre-prep for the sheer dopamine injection that I receive every Friday night. So here I am. I am stoked beyond belief. Whether or not my voice belies that, it behooves you to take my word as fact. If for no other reason than you and I, chat, have known each other for a long time. I've been watching you for a long time. I know how you think. I know that your real name is Edward. Man, that's a fucking horror story, isn't it?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Shut up, Xantos! I'm trying to be engaging and mysterious. Do you know how difficult that is? Live? In front of a studio audience? Of course not. I'm gonna try my earnest best attempt to be mean. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not good at this. Are you ready to get bashed? You are pleasant a fair portion of the time, but there are some times where I feel as though I would be fine not in your company, motherfucker. Get freaking owned, guy.
Emotional damage.
I hate to freaking slaughter somebody in broad daylight like that within mere moments of my stream going live, but you know, sometimes you just gotta cut somebody down as an example to the others. Hi Yame, hi Hero, hi Xantos. Xantos, I do want to take this opportunity to publicly apologize to you directly for my behavior mere moments ago. I let my being tapped into the socio-cultural zeitgeist that is Twitch override my better judgment, and it prompted me to say some things in a way that I did not actually feel. This character will never die. Stoic 2023. We're raw dogging, if you don't mind my nomenclature, the road to Dem for a couple of reasons. One, because there is not a single white mage alive that is teleport capable that is still roosting in Bastock. I still need to get this character up to rank 3, upon which I will be able to relocate permanently to Juno, especially upon discovery that the teleport goblin there permits you to teleport at level 10, which means that there is no reason why I finna need to be out here except to enjoy the lovely 70% gradient brown environment, which is great, you know? Like, there's something about the Bastoken environment that is like, what is the term for like architecture that is on purpose dull and awful with like a lot of straight lines everywhere? brutalism. It's very brutalist, and that do gel with me pretty hard. NGL, Lamau, yeah, Xanthos, yes, brutalism. I hope you get in a Chad party and they let you perish. You are forgiven, Mithra, for the win. Dusty ass terrain. Let me tell you, as a proud Bastokan, when I am obligated at around 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard or your regional equivalent to go to Windurst like clockwork in order to do my cooking turn-ins, I am briefly overwhelmed by the majesty of the JPEG trees that surround me. I will say, did I go to the fucking northern Gustaberg again, dude? I did, didn't I? I hate this. It's such a trolly map, dude. This I do this like every stream. Every stream I go to the first quadrant. I don't know of any other nation where I accidentally wander into the like a decidedly bad half of the map. Anyway, like I was saying, since we have obviously a little bit more time to burn, I do enjoy the Windurst scenery immensely, and then the Bastokan part of my soul just like grabs me by the face, like palms on like both sides of my cheeks, my face cheeks, that is, and just vigorously shakes me and is like, stop it, remember who you are. It Lion Kings me, and then I'm like, all right, and then I set a little fire to something. They still haven't still haven't caught me. Windurst is amazing, please don't duck on us. Who are you? I don't set fire to anything like mission critical. I just try to make a statement. It's about the message. And then I reenact the scene from I think it's like 2005 Batman, where like Heath Ledger takes like one of the gangsters. Spoilers for like a 15-year-old movie. And like as a point to the other gangsters, he like slams the gangster's head down onto a pencil, killing him instantly. It's like that, except I do it with the Taru. That's fucked up. That's also not true. I don't do that. But just imagine. I mean, don't imagine that. That's terrible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, except I do it to like a little potted plant. It's just like they can't like. What are the Taru police gonna do to me, huh? What are they gonna do? They try to come anywhere near me, I just put my palm on their forehead. They can't get any closer. I mean, yeah, they got magic, but you know, I got robot legs, man. Probably. I'm feisty as hell. Cast ancient magic on you? That's like 20 seconds to get away. And I could just zone. No. If I had to, let's do a fun I don't know, it's not even a poll. I don't know what I'm gonna categorize it as. Thought experiment. That was the collection of words. Thank you, brain. In terms of ranking of like sheer beauty of environment, it is categorically Windurst, and then Sandoria, and then Bastok. Like, I'm trying to think of elements in the environment that are that appealing compared to like Heaven's Tower, and there's just not. There's like the waterfall, I guess, and then there's like a simplistic, raw, shitty beauty about the metalworks, I guess, and how, you know, they basically like did whatever like stucco. They did stucco over like half of it, and then they were like, eh. You know, it's a real bootstraps looking environment. I mean, at least Windurst has excellent health insurance, I'm sure. Bastok, you gotta, you know, you stub your toe and it's like They give you a little kiss on the forehead and they're like, that's 10,000 gil. I agree with that ranking. I fucking hate stucco. I think it is just fine. I do not like the texture of it. Something about the texture triggers my fight or flight response. So like perhaps I'm neutral towards it, but clearly there's something on like a primeval level that is deeply triggering to me about it. You know how it goes.
Meow. Meow.
Rawr, X3, what's this?
So we have to go to the dem structure, shove a crystal into it, and then remember, this is the important part, remember to go back to Sid and tell him that I shoved a crystal into the building, and then that prompts him to make me fight a dragon or some shit. For reasons. And then there's like a white mage Mithra lady that does some very impressive circa 2003 acrobatics into the scene and then fires an arrow and then is just like, I did my job, I'm out. Good luck with the whole fighting the dragon and Ahriman thing.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess you are my little pog champ.
A lot of houses here are stucco and is ugly AF. I lived in Arizona. And while there wasn't as much stucco there as you think, there basically was only one shade of brown with like some gradient in every direction, no matter how far you looked. With like the only difference being like, you know, the plastic cups that people would like leave out in the parking lot that would slowly melt into the ground in the oppressive 105-degree weather, which is probably even worse now. But what's the plan for today? I ask myself out loud. We're going to the dunes, everyone's favorite, aka the HDR flashbang if you forget to turn down your screen brightness. The last time that I had expected us to get to like level 13 or 14, we had actually got to level 17 on a ring charge. I am not going to allow myself the disservice of believing that we can repeat that. However, it is entirely possible that we will repeat that. And if we do, that's going to get us just close enough that I'm willing to call Monk good, which is the job that we're playing as. And then we're going to swap to Warrior. And because Mom didn't raise no bitch, I'm probably going to tank with it if needed. And that the warrior arc of this character, presuming that I don't die on this run, is the defining arc is going to be the warrior arc for sure. And then if she survives to 37 on warrior and everything that entails, probably getting the Yatanga pass. If I'm really feeling spicy, I'll make myself get Kazam. I really don't want to. I hate that milestone so much. I like nothing about it, to be honest with you. The farming, the having to go to 3 entirely different areas to get the keys. Like what's the alternate to grabbing the keys? Like paying something insane like 500,000 gil. It's definitely not worth avoiding it for 500,000, but it does make me... There's tons of places to level you don't need it, 500k. I'm probably going to not subject myself to going to Kazam. Not only is it one of the most dangerous environments known to Vanadil kind, but the process of getting there and then existing in that space is awful. Need to do it when you're getting rank 3 done. It's all those places, yeah. So while Mom didn't raise no bitch, I am not inclined to... I'm not inclined to do that. Not today. Not tomorrow either. Not this week. Not ever. I'm convincing myself completely out of it. And in fact, just like Hero implied, it would be to my benefit not to do it. I'm just gonna keep layering on the justification because it feels good. Because it would behoove me to search out some, you know, chef's kiss type camps that perhaps I wouldn't have touched before. Because I do like me some scuttable camps. I'm probably going to cower behind the safety of my main character when I do that. But if I feel like I've found like a good, you know, a good bag, then I don't mind making this. I don't mind making Stoic Mithra my test subject. Do a letter when you're higher level and can just solo it. I need to subject myself to the will and testament of God through bonding with 5 typically complete strangers. And so far that's worked out for me. Last night when I was in a party with one of the 3 psychopaths that I've ever met in this game, last night was like the only time that I briefly allowed myself to think like maybe there is something to, you know, the randos that are out there, you know, soloing like 10-15 levels above the zone's average. That dude was fucking crazy. All that I'm not going to give you any details that would like identify them, but we'll just call them Mr. Thief. So Mr. Thief, I had presumed, just based off of the very limited information and time that I had with them, that they were brand new. Brand new Mr. Thief, or whom I thought was brand new, was pulling without any kind of calls, not even like a /P or anything, and was doing like half provoke pulling and half pebbling, which is fine. I don't care what you use to throw. That's not the point. The provoking got me a little bit matched because I was the paladin, so I basically had to do everything in my power to forcibly extract the monster out of the ass of the thief whenever possible. Oh, look at that. We have a...
Why are you running?
We have a lucky IM here. Don't mind if I do. I will just partake.
I am the Senate.
So Mr. Thief also just was not communicating at all. To the point that I thought that they had like their chat turned off, or that they were just so completely out of it that they were watching something or like preparing food or like picking their nose and eating their own boogers, you know, typical stuff that you do when you're not actively paying attention to something. And I was like, occasionally I was saying to him, like, this is the skill chain that we're aiming for. It's definitely worth doing. It was something simple like Raging Axe into like Sneak Attack, Gust Slash. And that typically does like 50% of the monster's health, to the point that if we were able to get the skill chain going, it would have made progress like twice as fast. Eventually, after like a number of times where it just wasn't connecting to him that like what the skill chain was like supposed to be, I sent him like a party message, and I was like, I called 21-dit and I said, is your chat on? And they said, yeah, I've been hearing you this whole time, I just don't care. And then disbands, and then it proceeds like it just. And so I asked them, you know, like, are you good? What's going on? And then the dude's like, I don't appreciate you talking down to your betters. I've completed all of the content that's in the game. You don't even have a 75 yet. I'm not gonna take shit from any shitters that are trying to like try hard in Dunes parties. And he just went on for like half an hour. My God. So that was the first person I've ever had to blacklist before. Like the only other, like, whenever there's any kind of like altercation that I've ever experienced, We did have some dropped frames there. It should be stabilizing now. Yeah, it looks like it's behaving. Thankfully, I haven't had a repeat yet of that weird situation where at like 1030p, like on the dot, my bitrate would just die super hard. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I do see that we lost like just shy of like 2,000 frames. Anyway, that was the first person I ever blacklisted. Thankfully, out of the probably hundreds of people that I've interacted with before, this like 3 people represents like 0.5% of like all beings out there. But you know, it just goes to show that you literally cannot avoid people like that. You just gotta, you know, you gotta kill them with kindness, and if that doesn't work, I guess it's a blacklist and report function. It could all be the same guy. It could. I'm not a witch hunter, so I'm not gonna like mention it out loud, but the vibe checks do be cross-referencing pretty good. Anyway, what was I talking about? 18 monk, if possible, or as close if not. 37 warrior. I'm going to completely avoid, thank you for convincing me, Kazam altogether, because fuck that place and the whole process of getting to it. And then after that, we're gonna try to get samurai. And then see if she lives to 75 samurai. If for no other reason than the way that Mithra hold your great katana is awesome. We do be almost to the crystal structure. This is the part where you can pre-pog if you so desire. I'm going to avoid Mr. Goblin. I looked away for a second and almost faced death. This is a very spicy part of the zone. I do not appreciate it. Once you get to the crystal structure and I do the thing, I'm going to go to dunes and I'm going to do the normal stoic thing of scouting out potential camps that hopefully aren't too overpopulated, and chow down on some chariot band and rice dumplings, which is probably a little bit hard. It's probably a little sweaty to crunch down a rice dumpling, but it's also like the only food that I've been able to find that has attack and just like a dash, just a garnish on top of accuracy to boot. Plus some miscellaneous stats that happen to be very helpful early on, like just a dash, just a moat of HP, some strength. We're rocking the tropical punches. I am not a professional monk, nor will I probably ever be. I will probably level it as one of my last things along with summoner. Not because I don't like it. I think it's great. I think that there should be more monks around, but just because, kind of like warrior, I'm sure that it's more complicated than just hitting the things. I mean, you could obviously say that about any job, but I mean, you just sit there and fist stuff, right? Like that's what you do. You just keep fisting and fisting until you're so tired your fisting arm just is about to fall off, and then you get caught in an emergency situation, and then you gotta trigger 100 fists, and just it's back to fists and stuff, dude. Left and right. You know, you can only fist so much during the day that before, like, you know, it just doesn't do anything for you anymore, you know? At least for me. In Minecraft.
It's time to stop!
You found the time to stop button. You're probably gonna get a lot of use out of that. Might have to put a cooldown on it. I can't have you steering the community impression that I'm literally nothing but cringe, even though, you know, there's always a grain of truth in statements like that.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So we'll scout if the place that we're scouting is open, which there probably will be at least one spot. It's a very top left of Valkyrie Dunes, which it's occurring to me more and more the more often that I go there, that everyone thinks, as well as I do, that because it do be far away from the zone entrances, that it's going to be less populated. I honestly think that I should be more inclined to set up camps, or at least check for them at the bottom right, since that the bottom right of the zone, since that's like the closest to where you enter. I don't think this is the right place. I think it's north.
Incredibilis! The One Piece is real!
Can we get much higher? So high. And then we will attract a number of miscreants and do-gooders and swashbucklers, and then kill indigenous wildlife for roughly 3 hours, just like God intended. I think that this is the right crystal. Fading crystal me. I cannot obtain the faded crystal. What am I gonna do, man? I could throw away this earth crystal. No, that'd be stupid. Don't let me do that. I guess throw away one of the Pamamas. I mean, how much could a Pamama be, Daniel? $10? It's an actual object? I thought it was a key item. That sucks. Yes, it's the north part. Thanks. I really appreciate that the assist on that. It made finding it crystal clear. That's the only crystal pun that apparently exists. I did a quick run of my pun databanks and could not find any other. I mean, crystals are technically shiny, but you know. What's the matter? You don't think that joke was a real gem? That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, I do have a number of additions that I made to the stream in order to improve its consumability and make it more content rich in a variety of ways and other buzzwords that escape me at the moment. On the About Me section, just below your stream in real time in the year of our Lord 2023, there is a poll using literally the only poll panel that I could find that asks you to rate, so to speak, how you feel my content schedule is, or if you would like to see it changed in any way. I have completely divorced myself of any feeling one way or the other about what I do. As long as I am streaming something, as long as it interjects some amount of Final Fantasy XI into the mix, which I'm probably going to be playing until the heat death of the universe if I can still help it, or MMOs like it. We'll see when it comes to it, like what I do if there's some kind of issue with Final Fantasy XI being around. I was listening to a YouTube video about The Walking Dead and how it's existed for about 1 billion years, and then around 4 or 5 seasons in, the writers got hooked on this type of storytelling called boomerang storytelling, where the show focuses on a specific character in the story for an episode. So like 45 minutes plus of runtime on one character. Next episode is about a different character and what they're doing and what they're going through. Third episode, third character, fourth episode, fourth character, so on and so forth. And then eventually, after like a month plus, the show starts focusing on the first character again. And the effect of that is that if there's like a big ass cliffhanger with the very first character, you have to wait like a mother effing month before you figure out what happened to him, which pisses people off. So that made me start thinking randomly about the content schedule that I have now, which is Monday is my normie non-HC character. Wednesdays is a variety of some description, which is basically just like a game that seems good to me to play that I'm probably familiar with enough that, you know, I can lead the audience along, so to speak. Friday is the hardcore character, and then Saturday is, if I happen to stream, it's basically whatever seems good at the time. It could be variety, it could be Final Fantasy 11, whatever. That makes it so that if someone, and this is kind of like reflective in the data that I have, if someone is interested in watching me on Mondays do things with my main character, they have to wait a whole ass week to see where I am taking that character next, and I could be doing something completely different than what I was doing the last time that they saw it. Or it's Wednesday and it's Ace Combat time, and people are sitting comfy, cozy in their blankets, surrounded by Ace Combat paraphernalia, and you know they're chewing their chicken tendies, and they get their fill of raw, unfiltered Ace Combat action arcade flight simulator gameplay, and then they have to wait like 1,000 years for more AC7. Friday comes around, it's Iron Man, you know, Iron Man time, and all the berserkers who need blood and guts on the screen every waking moment, so they start falling asleep, are just like frothing at the mouth and clapping their hands, and you know, good fucking you know what I mean. I was gonna say a few different things that probably would have increased the general rating of the stream from family friendly PG to R. They have to wait a week because they're like, I don't care about no normal ass non-car crashy stoic things. I don't know. I don't even know what an airplane is. I don't care about Wednesdays, and so on and so forth. I'm enjoying Ace Combat 7 immensely, and as a streamer, your streamer quality necessarily jumps up when you are interested in what you're doing. Like, big surprise, right? But at the same time, people also look for consistency. Like, it's a comforting thing to generally know, like, to basically get like drip fed content that you know that you like and is comfortable, and to use the same word over and over, consistent. So in situations like this, I try to do research. I mean, I'm always trying to do research, right? Because my place in this world is to use experiences, preferred or otherwise, to improve my personal adaptability, to use everything that I'm doing constructively, even if it's like something that, you know, some people would suggest is like time wasters or whatever. I find value in everything, so it it does not matter to me what it is that I am doing ultimately. Like, obviously I have preferences, but so what's the point of all this BS that's coming out of my mouth at like an alarming rate? Once Ace Combat 7 runs its course, which is probably going to be soon, because I remember enough of the game to know that after if the stream, if like the game isn't over this next Wednesday, it's certainly going to be the Wednesday afterward. Like there's not that much game left. When that happens, based off of the results of the poll combined with me reflecting on it for a while and me continuing to look at the data, like the analytics of the stream channel and like how many people are watching and for how long and so on and so forth, I'm probably gonna shift to Final Fantasy 11 Mondays, Wednesdays, and then have the Iron Man characters still be Fridays, because I'm sure that like that's it's like a special event, right? Where if the character dies for any reason, it's just gone forever. And all the caveats that you can explore yourself by typing !Iron Man in chat to see all the rules and regulations and guidelines that I subject myself to. And then leave Saturdays for like the variety days, if I do them. It's like so far I have like a consistency rate of like 30% or something actually streaming on Saturdays. Just because, you know, I do have to make sure that I'm fulfilling my social cultural contract to my wife by paying attention to her for a reasonable amount of time. And, you know, doting on my dog, who's like a peanut butter princess with sun-kissed toes that deserves the entire world and everything in it. Just get COVID like I did. So my wife got COVID pretty early on in the pandemic, and it was during the point where people absolutely categorically had no idea what was going on with it. I mean, like they still thought that if you like cleaned like every single surface, then you were probably good. Like it was before it occurred to them that, you know, it's probably airborne. It was just assumed that if you occupied the same space as another person that you had COVID. So the chances of me having had it in the past is extremely high. I know that you can catch it multiple times. I don't know if I have like the secret sauce in my blood or whatever, but if I have had it at any time, I've tested for it and I still have not been able to get like a test on it that is positive. I do not feel it. I have been one of the people that have lucked out in a big way and not being affected by it at all, if I have caught it. The frames are apparently trying to go up to 10,000. What is going on with this? So I have my bitrate set to 6,000, which is like the legal limit that Twitch prefers. My bitrate just went up. I did not tell it to go up. I'm gonna lower it to 5,500 and see if that helps. It's one of the few things that I can do. Please hold while I do some on-stream repairs. Output. Let's squeak it down to 5,500 and see if that gets it to behave. If I need to make it a weekly thing of resetting my router, then that's fine. I'm gonna make actually a note of it in real time. Fuck it, we're doing it live. Reset router. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. That was the second time that it seems that it happened. I am not going to look for party unless I can help it. There is a little ridge up here that is okay to party on. There's only 2 camps here. And if I need to, I will opt for grabbing rabbits, I guess, even though I hate it. See all. Let's see if my buddy's online. He is not online. That's very sad to me. Hello, level sync 10 party 10 to 11. If we can start at 11, that's what I'm gonna go for. Do you need it? Position Valkurm Dunes. I'm gonna see who in the link shell is up to it. If anyone present corporeally or incorporeally wants to party, level sync 10 or 11, let me know. I will be happy to accept you and everything that entails. You want me to keep telling you when it happens? Don't want to be annoying, mostly harvesting and having you on my second screen. That actually is a huge compliment. I greatly appreciate that, because it's something to be, it's tough being cognizant of the fact that people can have literally any other streamer on out of the billions, the zillions of streamers that are out there. So the fact that you have chosen me for second screen food is a blessing to me, and I appreciate you deeply. You can keep telling me, because even so, what I'm gonna do after the stream, which I normally do anyway compulsively, because I care that much, is I check Twitch Inspector, which is like I don't know if they're officially affiliated with Twitch or not, but they do test your stream health so that they can see if you're like dipping or not. Like it basically watches and monitors for your bitrate shitting its pants. So absolutely do tell me. There's nothing honestly, like real shit. There's nothing that you can do to say to me that's ever going to annoy me. And then the typical response is, you're gonna regret that. I literally have never regretted saying that. You cannot bite me. You cannot headbutt me. You cannot cause me physical injury or inconvenience. So it is fine. It is literally just text on the screen that's meant to help me. All right, it doesn't look like anybody in the link shell is biting. Let's see. That said, you do not have to be my bitrate doctor. I would appreciate it if it happens that, you know, you're just looking and like the stream is like shitting its pants. But you know, don't feel obligated. I want you to be happy. That's all. All right, let's see if there's any biters out there. I'm gonna look for 11 anyway. 10 to 19. There do be plenty of people looking. Am I lucky? Is there a paladin? There is. Oh, level sync 11. Party. Do you need it? Position. Valkurm Dunes. Are there any level 11s? May be 10. Actually, no. I'm gonna grab a 12 in that case. Oh, level sync 11. Party. Do you need it? Position. Valkurm Dunes. If I need to grab a warrior as a tank, that is totally fine. I do not care, as long as I am not the one that's like eating punches. We got the okay, let's go. From the samurai, not the paladin. We got the paladin too, dude, let's go. I'm chilling in here, man. If it helps you, I'll call it out. This is why you and I go way back. Let's grab this Taro White Mage, because even if they don't have a sub job, they still probably have more MP than I ever will. 11. Party. Do you need it? Position. Valkyrie Dunes. It's hard being a sub jobless Taro, man, where like anything looks at you wrong and you just die instantly. And we'll get him a support of some description. You can help it. Hello. Level sync 11. Party. Do you need it? Position. Valkyrie Dunes. And at this point, I just want to grab a puller because we have the basic building blocks. We have, well, no, we don't. We need a healer. Healer Chan. 1,000 healers upon your house. We will try to collect tube steak. Low level sync. 11 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Imminent ad break in 2 minutes. Since literally nothing is happening except me collecting party members, I'm going to deprive you of this high octane experience and run ads, so brace accordingly. If you are subbed, you get no ads at all, and it also allows me to buy dog treats for my dog, so there's your emotional tie-in. All right, I'm gonna run the ads. Yes. Oh, times 2. Hello. And then we will grab a damage dealer of some description. 10, 19 imp. Preferably a heavier. I mean, it's just warriors and thieves. Those are my choices. Low level sync. Party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. I'll take this opportunity. My model is going to freak out, so brace accordingly. I'm going to take this opportunity to take my hoodie off. Man, didn't freak out that bad. Okay. Looking for 6. And then if we need to, we're just gonna grab any MF out here. Party, do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. And then while we're waiting for people to collect together, I do have another surprise. But I want to make sure that I am like actively inviting people. I want to make sure that people are on the way. Full sync. Party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Or I could just grab another. I could grab another monk. Doesn't really matter. It does not bother me. Oh, we got another samurai. Hell yeah. This is a pretty good mix. This makes us safe. Oh, okay, typical practice. Sorry, spot just filled. Please forgive me. Let us go on the SE research journey together. I'm going to sync to 11 because no 11s apparently exists, but we should be able to get there pretty soon with our band. Sorry, spot filled. Please forgive me. Wave. So we have 2 samurai, do monk. The paladin, my guess, is probably going to be doing their own thing. Is that right? What if there's another? It can't just be that combination. A little bit of cope there. 2 Tachi NP. Okay, that should be pretty exciting. Yep, we're parting. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Keeps on the way. Okay, so 2 Tachi NP, basically as brain dead of a skill chain as you can get. If they don't, because there's no black mage, it's not the end of the world if people don't skill chain. It would just be like if the TP happens to line up that way, then it'll do like maybe some bonus damage. But I mean, I guess, well, it looks like the samurai died going to Selvina. That's unfortunate. Like the red mage could probably like water burst, and then that might be like situationally exciting. I'm sorry, I don't have, but I will shout for it. If able, can please raise Boris. He crossed into Selvina and died. He zoned into Selv. Never mind, someone is grabbing him already. Thank you, smiley face. Kill him with kindness, guys. Okay, so what's the big reveal? So why would I just tell you about it when I can show you? Actually, before I do that, I need to get my ducks in a row, man. We'll set up a skill chain reminder. If up to it, SC, Tachi NP into Tachi NP. We'll just do, I don't know. Naboo. We'll just do Nab. Wait, 1. E, Tachi NP. Into Lock. Water MB. Once we're settled in, if up to it. Tachi NP. Nab. Tachi NP. Nabo. Nope. Lock. Water MB. Since we don't have a black mage, it's not a crazy big deal if you use them as freely, but just know it's there. But it'd be neat. I'm surprised that Monk doesn't integrate more easily into a samurai rich environment. And then I'm just gonna leave it at that. If they want to do the weapon skills, that's totally fine. I will unconditionally support any skill chain usage at all. We'll just put this away because we don't need it anymore. So we need to wait like 3 or so minutes for Naboo to head over here. It's gonna be a minute. So I will show you what the surprise is. I need you to feign excitement as much as you can, because this took a little bit of work. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Now, while we're waiting for the original game to stream, we can stream playing a game while streaming us waiting to stream playing the original game. They call this a pro gamer move. If I could get it to recognize my controller, that would be appreciated. Detect gamepad. Is it loud? Okay. Hang on, I can fix that. Is that better? I took it down like 30%. Let me lower it a little bit more. Yeah, that should be good. Link to the Past. I'm extremely biased, but one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. I'm a prisoner in the dungeon in the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, I'm not even going to attempt that name, has done something to the other missing girls, not only I remain. Akhanum has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Please help me.
Base is under attack.
Stoic, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house.
Why have I been summoned?
I'm gonna lower the game a little bit more because I'm looking at the bars and they do be getting up there. I probably over the course of my existence, I have beaten this game probably 11,000 times. We're not gonna have to hear the rain sound effects much longer. It's for the time, hella atmospheric. This is pure autopilot. If we go up to the guards, they're basically gonna tell us that, you know, what are you doing here, scrub? You shouldn't be here. Oh my god. The first sacred. So like I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power and the blade. Hold the B button. Uncle, what the fuck is a B button? Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Stoic, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your what? It's my what? I don't think that's ever clarified. He's my big titty Hylian girlfriend. Goth Hylian. Oh, I was yeah, watch where I'm going. Once the samurai gets unfucked, I will return to our regularly scheduled programming. Until then, you have to deal with this nostalgia bait. I'm sorry. I don't know if this counts as variety, but if it does, it's like a twofer. Looks like that guard had a real case of the Mondays. The music also is extremely good. And if people are frothing at the mouth for more of this, I can increase the screen size that is within my power. The music is sending me through time and space. I refuse to believe that the samurai's health is 92. I would like them to continue healing, but I am not their parental unit. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this out of order. I don't need to be here. I gotta go downstairs. Nope. That is a vanity ledge. Is this also a vanity ledge? It is, isn't it? Yep. Okay. The samurai is now healing. And just in case, we are going to save game position slot 0. All right. One snaps healed a bit. I will lock. I will lock style. Yeah, I'm gonna lock style the whole party. Lock. I'm going to sync us to level 12 for safety reasons. And then I'm going to slam back a chariot band charge, which presumably I use by like just rubbing it vigorously against my face.
Ocean seller, enough of these games.
Lizards, preferably, but if no Lizzies in reasonable distance, rabbits are fine too. We have enough healing power to make them less ass. He says right before he gets his butthole pulled inside out by a rabbit. You're gonna have to accept this mental image that I've implanted in you, print it out, and then put it on your fridge. I have no way to reassure you that it's gonna be any less gross. All the Mithrin animations are so #cute. You know?
Yes, indeed.
They just are. What's another addition I made to my Twitch that I'm nearly forgetting? Oh, right. Twitch panel or Twitter integration. So it's difficult to send out updates or quits or other thoughts organically in a way that isn't streaming on Twitch. Twitter is the closest thing that I could find to interacting with folks that visit my page when I'm not streaming for whatever reason. On Twitter, I do send out updates when I'm going to be live, which includes notices when I'm going to be live on Saturdays. Recently, I had put about like 6 fire emoji along with all caps "Let's go" about 100 characters long, followed by 6 more fire emoji. And then linked the Armored Core Fires of Rubicon gameplay trailer. And so I don't really go for jaw boost. Why didn't that boost? Is it broken? Am I broken? Oh, that's because I'm a silly Billy. I didn't include. Testing macros and ignoring me. All right, now we just have to fist lizards for like 3 hours. What was I saying? Oh, Armor Core 6. That's coming out in August, baby. Make sure that you mark your calendars for all the crazy robot action. And if you are not familiar with what it is or why you should be excited, I need you to stop the stream or pause it or whatever and go to YouTube and look at the story trailer and the gameplay trailer. Like, us Armor Core heads have been waiting millennia, thousands of human lives worth of time for Armor Core to come back out. And to know that they are also releasing it on PC, which is the first time that an Armor Core title has ever been on PC legally. Well, not legally, because I guess if you own a copy of the game, then you can legally emulate it. You know what I mean, though. It's just exciting. Everything about it. I'm not really a huge collector of things. There's two types of things that I collect. well, 3 types of things. Anything that has to do with the ancient Greco-Roman philosophy of Stoicism, anything that has to deal with tangentially or otherwise with anything from software, and Kirby, which would and how Kirby intersects in that mix, I cannot tell you. I have a collection of Kirby stress balls that smell like bubblegum for some reason that I love dearly, and a giant Kirby plush that I am a huge fan of. Just looking at his world-destroying face just does something for me. So I'm not sure. I'm tempted to boot up Deeps, even though it's something that I would feel only comfortable doing if I got the permission from the other party members. So I'm not going to load up Deeps, but I am interested to see if, like, what my accuracy is. So I have Tropical Punches on right now, which is 0 delay plus 0 damage, but it increases accuracy by 10, which comes out to about like 5% effective hit rate increase, which is really good. Along with the right stumplings, that's like, I don't know if it runs up or down the hit chance, but let's pretend for feel good reasons that it does. So it rounds out to like 8% extra hit chance. In theory, I would want to ride out the Tropical Punches as long as I feasibly can before the other options that have more damage just associated with them start to win out. But it's tough to tell what that is. Did you buy it or kill Tom? What is Tom? Is Tom the name of the NM? If so, I inadvertently revealed that I did not kill Tom, if that's the NM to get the Tropical Punches. They're pretty cheap, all things considered. I think I got them for like 5,000. It was definitely no more than 10,000. The Tropical Punches +1 is like 100,000 gil, and I care, but I'm not paying like a 900% increase for 1% more hit chance. I'm just not gonna do it. There's a red line that exists in me somewhere when doing gear evaluations, and I won't do it. Like, I'm not sure what is involved in the construction of a hauberk beyond like an insanely large amount of like smithing skill, but I even though it has like a mix of stats that is very interesting to me for my Dark Paladin / Hell Knight Greatsword meme that I'm going to ride or die eventually with on my main character. Add-on, load, skill chains. The idea of spending 1.5 million on a hauberk for basically like 5% hit chance just fucking sucks.
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
This is a deeply unpleasant headspace that I'm going to have to deal with sooner or later. I'm probably gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna ride or die also on the Ikra Gunkin, which is the only food in the game that I found that gives you accuracy and defense. Frames dropping. It seems like it's doing it like every 20 minutes. Maybe replacing the router will help me eventually. I did stream for the last few times of our normal schedule, and it was behaving all the way throughout. So maybe I do have to reset it every week in order to get it to not be an asshole to me. Right now, even though I told it to sit at 5,500, it's going to 6,000 again. Let me lower it to 5,000 and see if that gets it to slow its roll. 5,000 kbph. kbps. It doesn't seem like it sticks well to, like, it seems like it's going above what I'm actually asking it to do. I should be able to change the bitrate in real time. I'm gonna see if that helps with it. I mean, given that I have attack food on right now, and the tropical punches are just did like a whole 4 damage. that seems kind of bad. Maybe I shouldn't. Or we'll play with it a little bit longer. Santos with the Sugoi. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. If there's extra hit chance coming out of these fists, I'm not feeling it. It's not feeling like I could just categorically figure out. Woo! Congratulations. Resyncing. Actually, no, I'm not gonna resync. I'm gonna let it sit at 13 until I'm 10. Once I'm 11, I will resync for X. I have ring on about to go. Because at this point, if I hit, I want to hit harder than I am right now. Because I'm getting like 7s, like in total. I got a 6 on that one. I mean, the no delay is nice, but it's kind of stinky. It's kind of stinky a little bit. I'm watching the frames right now. It seems like they're doing okay. By the way, how loud am I in relation to everything else? Am I like comfortable, or am I a little bit loud? Because I'm looking at the bars and they're going a little bit higher than I would prefer. If you say nothing, I'm going to assume that they're fine. You could be louder. Interesting. I'm going to spritz it up a dab. There we go.
Huggy.
I'm gonna hold off on raising it any more than that, just because it's spooky, scary skeletons to me. Did I fucking miss that? No, I didn't. I just did shit. I mean, my skill isn't capped also. I have to keep that in mind. I think it's like 3 per, so I basically have 3 less % hit chance than I arguably should.
A hunter must hunt.
Thank you, Dark Souls.
Anyway, so Armor Core. I am so unbelievably excited for it. In fact, on the tangent, just to pick up what I had dropped off, the tangent that I was going on before, I don't buy a lot of tat for myself, especially as expensive tat. There is definitely not a enormous collection of porcelain anime figures that surround me in like 180 degree. There's not really, but it's funny to think about. Winky face. But I did get the collector's edition. Not the quote unquote premium collector's edition, mind you, but I did get the just okay in betweenies collector's edition. It is extremely rare that I dish out that much, and I do be working hard, so you know, I deserve it. I deserve nice things, even though I don't let myself like tap into that perhaps as much as I should, for various reasons, philosophical or otherwise. I do give it on occasion, because if anything, it lets me build appreciation for the fact that I'm doing it not because I feel compelled to do it by an outside force, but because I thought about it for a really long time, and, you know, if I'm the one pulling the trigger after I've thought it through, then it's fine. Because if something happens to it, it's not going to control my brain. I might squeal like a pig for hours because my big dumb plastic robot that I spent arguably too much for is damaged in some way. Like if the dog got to it, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still fine. You know? And then that will probably just be the beginning of my Joker arc that makes me make a real robot. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan.
Very good.
Gideon up there. The all-knowing.
So experience is definitely booty right now, but it should get phenomenally better once I'm 11. I do not want to sink down to 11 right away, or sink down to 10 before, because if I do that, the white mage loses access to Cure 2, and that would suck. So if you happen to be watching me for the first time or otherwise and have not pressed the purple follow button on my main page, it not only injects me with endorphins, which get atomized into every corner of my being, but it also helps other people and the algorithm find people who might enjoy watching me. So like just fucking do it. Just do it. I'm Shia LaBeoufing you right now. Or don't. It's not like I want you to follow me or anything, Babaka. No, you're a free spirit. I've always known you to be. You know? Sometimes you're a little coy about it. You're a little coy about pressing that follow button, but you know, you come around because then I give you this face, and then it's all over. You see what I did? If you didn't see it, look closely. I'll do it again. All right, I should stop doing it because it's basically the same thing as like mind control. We might be going too far out. Ghouls spawn relatively close. The double Tachi NP. That's a lot of damage. That's actually worth it. Nice. Like we started at the cliff and then we met the enemy on the home turf. We should go towards... Actually, let me see if this other party is still here. If they're not, then we will seek the safety of the crevice. They are still there. Let's inch back towards the cliff. Jeez. It's gonna be skeleton time soon. Thank you, thank you. Like it's not gonna be the end of the world if we get skeleton aggro. I mean, maybe it will be because they're like 22 and skeletons are assholes. But like we do have the paladin and such that would buy us some time. I am out of range. I hate that for me. Congratulations. 500. You know, once I'm 11, the X will shoot up again. I mean, so far, no complaints from the party. I mean, we're killing stuff decently fast. You know, the only reason that we're floating around like 4,000, 4,500 right now is literally just because we're, you know, we're squeezing all the juice out of the fruit that is the camp at 13. I mean, like it's not like experience is gonna be phenomenally better elsewhere, because we're gonna have to transition to crabs, which are their own form of booty, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Yeah, it seems like every 20 minutes, it's like 1,000. My bit rate is not acting like it's actually going down. It's seeming like it's consistent at 6,000, and it shouldn't be. Let's do, just for fun, let's try to send it down to 4,500. No, they're not supposed to be throttling me, and I actually called them about it. They say that they've done no throttling at all, and when I restarted the modem, aka the turn it off and turn it back on again route, that seemed to fix whatever frame issues that I was having. If I continue to have off and on frame issues, I'll just get the routers replaced and see if that helps. I mean, it also doesn't help that the bit rate is higher than it should be. Like it's on average like 1,500 more than what I'm telling it to. Like I'm telling it to adapt in real time, but that shouldn't matter. I should be able to update it in real time. Like it gives me the option of doing it. And I want to avoid restarting the stream just to get it to calm down a little bit. What I will do though is I'm gonna look at Twitch Inspector and see what's going on to see if there is some kind of consistency. $719, $739, $649. Okay, now it's doing a thing where every 20 minutes, every 20 to 30 minutes, it seems to be dying for about 30 seconds, and then that's it. Why it would be doing that, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Such as the wonders of technology.
I'm sorry.
I mean, from the looks of it, it only cuts out for about like 30 seconds, but still it's very annoying and weird that it's doing that at all. If it's gonna do it, it's probably gonna do it like another 6 minutes. And if it does, then it can suck my big robot ding dong. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. There's just no reason, man. So here, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get like an actual paladin. I mean, nobody like wakes up and expects to get a paladin in a party. I'm gonna sip some Pamama. I did expect to need to pull off the hate more than I actually am. So I bought myself like 4 or 5 high potions. I don't know if I'm gonna actually need to use them. 51 TNL. After this next pull, hold, and I'll resync. Smiley face. So when the stutters happen, like what actually happens? Like it starts buffering, or does like the stream start slowing down or something? Like I'm in slow motion. I'm gonna close something down real quick. I doubt that this is affecting it, but because it's all like internet related. Sometimes buffering with the little loady ringers are stuttering and cutting your sentences up. Okay, got it. Something I've noticed is that is camp that is way east typically doesn't look south for whatever reason, even though there's a few Lizzies down there. Like the KB per second is shooting up to like 6,500, which is like a 2,000 difference. Congratulations, time 2. Hold pull ASEC. Which is bizarre. Like, I don't know if it's just like mind gaming me by seeming to allow me to change the bitrate in real time. It's probably not even the bitrate that is its actual issue. It's probably the router. It's just, you know, you would think that if it's having issues, like, I don't know, do routers build up like bits like cholesterol does in a heart? Magnets, how do they work? Oh yeah, as you might have noticed, we do have the cheeky Hermes quencher in case we need to pull hate and then nope out of there.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
I see you, Frames. I'm watching. What'll happen if I set it to like 4,000? Nothing, tra-la-la. 4,000. You know what? I'm gonna fucking send it. 3,000. Let's see if that changed the bitrate at all. So it seems like either OBS or my router is deliberately ignoring commands, which means that I am sentient, or yeah, I mean I am obviously sentient, but that the equipment is sentient and I need to respect its wishes. Yep, should be good now once we have protect. I'll take one. I don't know what we're waiting on. It seems like the thief is AWOL. Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. Protect Chan. Where art thou? These white mage, I beg of thee, provision protect. This is just an ounce, just an iota of protect. He moved. He moved. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Unbelievable.
Ooh-woo.
Let me take this opportunity to underline reset router like 50 times. There we go. That's better. So I've been playing a little bit of Honkai Star Rail, which is made by the same peeps that made Genshin Impact. It is a extremely simple RPG, befitting the mobile market that it initially, you know, probably is meant for. That said, graphically and in terms of voice acting, it is amazing. It's also the only gacha game that I will probably ever play if I can so help it. I normally avoid gacha games at all costs. However, I randomly decided to give this one a shot. It seems like it's pretty forgiving with the free-to-play aspects of it, at least so far. But about probably like 20 hours into it. I mean, it seems like there's a ton of writing. There's a ton of writing for it. I did do the wonderful people that wrote for it the sheer injustice of skipping over a lot of the text once I was unable to grasp the torrential rain of terms and info dumps that it was giving me. It's one of those games where it is not afraid to just absolutely saturation bomb you with information right out of the gate. The closest analogy that I have, the white mage has 100 health. Oh my god, like 100 health total. It just hit me like a wrecking ball. I have hate. I dislike that. We're just gonna top ourselves off a little bit. The closest analogy that I have in terms of like a show is probably The Expanse on Amazon. If you have not seen The Expanse, I beg and plead you, if you have any interest, even remote, in sci-fi epics, I guess it would qualify as an epic, right? You gotta watch it. You just gotta. I like the jumps. Of what I have allowed myself to ingest, it seems cute. It seems neat. I'm sure that once I get further into the game, I'm going to continue hitting a little bit of the progression roadblocks that I'm starting to hit right around now, where, you know, the game isn't literally expecting you to get XYZ character up to ABC power level, but it's kind of hinting that the game could be a little bit easier. Although that's a difficult thing to balance, right? Like, they gotta make money somehow. I mean, you have it is free to play. They do be having the battle passes, and like another battle pass that's basically like another version of it where you pay so that you get currency for each time that you log in. So it's like you're paying for FOMO, which does seem a little bit gross to me, but like it's not particularly egregious, especially, you know, when Diablo Immortal exists and its kin. I'm having a good time with it. Again, the voice acting is amazing and the graphics are amazing. Playing it on PC. The auto battling system is awful though. It is just like beyond just doing just really dead simple stuff like shielding people once they get below a certain HP threshold. Otherwise, it just yeets everything everywhere. And the game is based a lot around exploiting enemy weaknesses that are elemental, and each character has an element. So ideally, you'd want to combine as many same element type characters that have like certain proficiencies, like tanks or damage dealers or healers, to like overcome the 1, 2, 3 thing. I mean, given that there are three or two other parties at least in the environment just skulking around, the Steve is doing a good job. Good pulling. I want to wait until the Paladin seems to be close to getting provoked before I combo again. I don't think that I'm under any kind of real threat. It do be looking at me though. If the shit absolutely hits the fan, which it probably won't with the Paladin, I do have a Vile Elixir in my back pocket, which on basically like within 2 seconds gives me back 55% of my health. So it's very likely that if the situation is foobar, I will slam back about $20,000 to $30,000 equivalent in gil. Congratulations. To down the Vile Elixir almost instantly, and then Hermes Quencher out of there. Without abandoning the party, of course. Like, it has to be like a really uniquely bad situation. I'd probably do it and then run in such a way to lead the monster back to the tank. I mean, that SC along with the two weapon skills used in its formation is doing about like 40%. Wow. One crit takes the poor little Tartaru white mage, the baby, as Yami likes to call it, down to less than half health. The experience is moving now quite well. And I am all here for it. Pardon me a moment while I consume my peppermint mocha creamer laden coffee. I'm probably not gonna get sick of this type of creamer until I die, to be real with you. And by die, I mean like be the last living thing on the planet. Until I've rested away, until my components have just deteriorated to the point that they're non-functioning. And I will be the last words ever spoken on the earth, and I'll say something equivalent to "That'll do, pig." I don't know if it's a curse or what, but so far every Tartaru that has participated in one of my parties, whether they're tanking or not, has been fucking drop kicked into oblivion by by any number of means. It doesn't seem to matter what the situation is. Something happens that causes the mob to wake up and choose violence, and the Taru is the closest thing to it. Why are you murdering the poor bunny? I mean, just look at it. If it wasn't ready for death, it wouldn't be here. That's the Bastoken way. And look, it's coming right for us. Save the baby. Save me. Rabbits in this world are assholes. Just because they look cute and cuddly, they actually look like pretty rough. Like, it seems like their fur would be like coarse and rough. The rabbits in this world are like the demigorgons of the Stranger Things universe. I don't fully understand what I mean by that. My brain just kind of like summons forth, you know, material for me, and then you just basically sign off on it. They're basically bad. They're just bad. They should feel bad. They have. Let me give you some concrete information. So they're one of the earliest forms of life that you can interact with, right? Among their shittiest moves is that they have an AoE cone blind. And blind is not something that you can easily remove at this stage. And by easily, I mean you have to pay out the ass for an alchemist to give you eye drops. Like you have to pay like it, like there's no reasonable cost for eye drops. It's like it's either you basically hit half the time less, or you pay into the Bastoken healthcare system out the nose for your eye boo-boos. It has Whirl Claws, which is an AoE fuck you move that either tickles you a little bit if you're a tank, or it causes you to have the immediate compulsive spontaneous combustions, amounts of blood to spray out of your body in all directions, staining the sand. It kills people, Carl.
No.
And it has foot kick, which although it's like the least offensive, I need this paladin to do. I mean the paladin's doing good. The paladin's doing the best that he can with, his very limited MP pool. It does. The only reason why I'm like stressing is because it makes me incredibly nervous to see the Mr. Rabbit look with any amount of veracity towards the little Tarataro creature. That was a frisky rabbit.
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydle! Bober!
I'm gonna slam back another Pamama. For those that are unaware, I am bankrolling this hardcore Ironman character because the idea of losing a character forever after a single death in an MMO is an exercise in CBT. So I have afforded myself and apprised myself all manners of medicines so that I can, at least if I'm gonna go down swinging, I'm going to basically take military grade drugs on the way down and combat stimulants to make sure that whatever is killing me is also going to go down with me. This is the way. Look at that clean 10% cleave, dude.
Bingo!
5 points!
Impending ad warning in 4 minutes. Do you know the way? I do. I'm waiting for the hello time that will return to us as a mainstream Mei. Until then, I am perfectly content with bringing back Rage comics. Everything old is new again. Everything that once was very funny in the long ago, in the before times, is now ironically funny to the point of being unironically funny. I think that time has long passed for I am firing my laser for sure, but there's still some serious legs on Rage Comics. Hey Scythius, what's going on? 1,000 blessings upon your house. Boy howdy, it sure has been a productive day. I am experiencing some stream skipping approximately every 20 to 30 minutes for about 30 seconds. Kudos of my router. and my OBS deliberately ignoring my direct commands to fucking fix its shit. But you know this is the trial and tribulation of a streamer. If I'm not going to deal with it now, I'm going to have to deal with it later. Does it make me want to crush my keyboard with Megaton Punch from Kirby level of pressure? No, but I could see how you would think that I would eventually get there if it continues happening. Clock has to peace in about 20. How is everyone else on time? I am good for at least an hour plus an hour and 15 minutes about. Boy howdy. Boy howdy, boy howdy. I love the boy howdies. Golly gee Whitakers. I watched Deadpool 2 recently. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if anything that I would be saying would count as spoilers, because I don't know how long ago it released. You know, streaming or otherwise. I feel like it's at least a few years old. I would probably not watch it again. But yeah, I mean, it's decently good. If you just turn your brain off and you go into it with measured expectations, that's a good time. You know, there is one scene where Mr. Deadpool is driving an armored truck, or an armored Jeep with a katana while looking down and between his legs out, so his keister is up in the air, and that got me smiling and breathing, exhaling out of my nose a little bit. I almost never watch a movie a second time. Oh, imminent ad break, by the way. You can avoid it by subscribing. that's the most reassurance that I can give you. It typically is going to be about like 90 seconds plus. It depends on how courteous Twitch and Mr. Bezos is feeling. But I hope that your ad break is as brief as it is pertaining to your chosen admin. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, dude. I hope that that's fast. I hope it's fast and something that you like, man. Like, I hope it has Terry Crews involved. Terry Crews still does Old Spice commercials, right? Like, he did them for like 1,000 years. Hello. Okay, so the Paladin is also leaving in about 20 minutes. I'm not ready for the party to end. Like, I guess I could continue with missions and stuff afterward. I mean, we're level 12. I was hoping to get at least 13. Maybe I'll put it to a vote. I didn't see anyone else say that they were leaving. Me again, 15-20 minutes. Okay, so apparently the whole party is just disbanding, and that's just how it's gonna go. in 20 minutes or so. But that's just how it goes sometimes, man. I mean, I don't think that our experience per hour is great, but it's not bad. I too, you know what? I too have to go. I have to like go wash my hair. You know? I gotta go, which is, this is the reason why that what I just said is funny, is because I don't have any. If I did, that would certainly be a hairy situation. Oh man. We have good times here, don't we, chat? We've always had good times since you discovered me. Way deep, way deep in those ancient ruins, and you were like, what the fuck? What's a robot doing here? And why is it wearing a toga? And then it started shit posting like crazy. And you're like, something's wrong with this. And he gave the shit posting robot a good old fashioned kick right to the side, which jostled something, because then I started saying things that were occasionally helpful or arguably insightful. And you were like, that's better, but you could never quite get it to stop shitposting about 60% of the time verbally. I think it's just like a factory default setting, to be honest with you. Nothing's perfect. We have to deliver the faded crystal back to Sid. That is our prime objective after the party, I think. And then maybe we'll do some gear shopping or something. Hamburger down. For some reason I thought you were talking about Tube Steak, the Galka in our party. I was like, nah man, he's got like 5 billion health. I mean, arguably it should. I'm just gonna do the rice dumpling, even if we don't get the maximum use out of it. I can still psyop myself into thinking that I accomplished something. I mean, I should, given that we started at the razor's edge of level 10 and we are now 12, that's pretty good for an hour. Now that I'm giving myself a little bit of room to think about it. Yeah, boy. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Where the fuck is it? Please hold. Just fill this dead air with something that is funny to think about. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Yeah, boy. We'll hit some more of these.
I can do that. Yes, me lord.
Proceeding. Jacked up and good to go.
All right.
Give me something to shoot.
There's a surprising lack of StarCraft 2 sounds that are easy to extract from the internet. If I really cared to, I could probably dig deeper to find a collection, but I couldn't really find anything out there. It's kind of disappointing. There's very few, I mean, it's occurring to me why there's not, but there's very few, like, Zerg, very few Zerg sounds. Well, yeah, no shit, Stoic, because it'd just be like gurgling or warble noises. I'm talking about like Kerrigan or something, man. Don't be rude. Oh, you can be rude.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Blah, 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 blah.
Amogus.
What are you doing, step bro?
I don't know. The hamburger icon got me. I can now be at peace for 30 minutes. Is that what that is? I mean, it did look like a burger, but oh, that's the cheese. I was like, is like the bread wet? And is like kind of sloping over the side of the meat? You probably should not eat that. Once the channel is doing consistently well enough that I can rationalize commissioning out more emotes, and once I reach a subscriber level large enough to allow Twitch to grant me the gracious mercy of more emote slots, I will probably commission out at least 4 or 5 Final Fantasy XI themed emotes that I'll just share freely. I do be liking the little like 32 by 32 JPEGs that you can find in the Horizon files. I use them for the Discord of the link shell that I'm in, or that I've made and lead. But any further emotes are probably gonna have to wait until my until whoa, did you see what my back did just then?
Why?
What the fuck was that? It's like I broke my own back to turn around and punch it from the side. That's a horror story. I didn't know this was a horror game. The fuck? I got it. Oh no.
Nani? You what? Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way. Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
I think it's gonna eventually become part of my character arc. Congratulations times 2. I think it's gonna become part of my character arc that spontaneously, you know, assuming I'm not randomly dropping frames during it, like maybe I introduce like cutaway video, like 20 to 20, maybe like 15 to 25 seconds long. That is just like uncanny valley, slightly creepy glimpses into like a darker backstory or like side story behind my character, and then I just don't ever bring it up. And if you ever talk about it, like I don't acknowledge it at all. It's time to fist. 2 hours, use them. It's time to be the hero. Okay, gamer mode activated. And by gamer mode, I mean 45 seconds of being petrified. Oh, thank God. Thank God he provoked. I hope that you... There's a sweet irony to being 100-fisted and being petrified at the same time. I was not watching chat. I was watching my high potion macro. You good. And now we wait. That was supposed to be like a cool guy moment, man. And it did the most anti-cool guy moment move. What the fuck? I want a refund on my sub to this free private server.
Betrayal.
Anyway, like I was saying, I think that like I've always enjoyed like moments and like those, there aren't too many of them, like visual novel style horror, like horror games that allude that something deeper is fucked up or mysterious or unnerving. and then it drops its veil for a moment before putting it right back up again. Nice dodge. I don't remember offhand what something literature club. Let me see if I can find it on Steam. Literature club, Doki Doki Literature Club is what I'm thinking of. Another one is, if I remember right, Cooking with Friends. Cooking. No, Cooking Companions. Yeah, this is the one. That's an evil laugh. I'm sorry. All right. I hope I didn't spook ya. Or maybe I meant to. No, I didn't. I didn't mean to do that. Take care. Apparently, it's time for the party to dissolve unceremoniously. We'll take it. It's fine. For the hour that we had, we got some mileage out of it. We did not use every part of the buffalo on that one, but for basically like 50 minutes, we got 2 levels out of it. Basically 3 levels out of it. All right, so I'm gonna put it actually to a poll because I wanted to keep leveling. Like, I don't mind pushing it to like 10, 11 o'clock. Like it being like the stream, even though I'm having weird frame drop problems every like half an hour, it seems like it's stable otherwise. So we'll put it to a vote / poll. What should Stoic Coon do? Smiley face. Do mission. Do mission. And shop. Attempt to make another. No, that's too wordy. Make another party. Look for party and pray to God. Pray to Altana. No, Prometheus. Play SNES. You can influence the result if you so desire. This is an oligarchy, apparently, by spending Stoic coins to influence the vote. I'll do 300 is too much. Do like 150. Accidentally revealing Twitch Inspector, ignore that. And I'm going to run the poll for 2 minutes. Poll is active now. I am also not going to say what I would prefer to do. I don't really have any strong feelings one way or another what we do. As long as you are feeling cozy and you are enjoying the time that we are spending together, I am happy to do whatever. Because at the end of the day, your quality of lives, even though we don't know each other on a personal level, still matters to me. You know? You guys are still kind of like my babies, and like I'm like the mother pterodactyl. Caw-caw! just bringing you back whatever it is that pterodactyls do, only instead of food it's like content, and they just like mulch it up and then, you know, put it in your little pterodactyl mouths, you know. And hearing you go nom nom nom, and then I pull out my little pterodactyl handkerchief and I, you know, make sure they wipe off. Let's go too far. It's going too far. Let's pull back. How's the poll doing? What should Stoic-kun do? I will also mention that because I'm going to attempt in good faith to make streaming my full-time role in future, I can be persuaded with subs. That felt so gross coming out of my mouth, but you know, I have to work for my dinner. And by my dinner, I mean paying off my Armor Core Collector's Edition. Daddy needs his giant robots. Okay, make another party 1. So we will do just that. I am going to dip out for like 30 seconds to go to the little Stoics room. Ads already ran, so I'm not going to do it again. So just enjoy the good music in the background. I will be back post haste. Don't go nowheres. We have returned. You may rejoice in whatever way feels appropriate to you, or at all. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Let's make another party, which I'm totally fine with that. I mean, it would, going back and doing missions would have been something I would have had to have done anyway, but you know, I'm not exactly like excited to talk to Sid because of his weird toothy mouth. If you know what I'm talking, like if you know, you know. /C all. If I can help it, I'm not going to move from where we are. 11, 12, 20 imb. Not 20, because if they're in Juno, they're not going to want to move. Imb. Let us grab a tank of some description. Low level sync. Party. Do you need it? Position. Valkyrie Dunes. I'm going to wait until this paladin respawns if they do it all, because it is pretty slim pickings otherwise. Alrighty. This ninja that I'm looking at has had enough of dunes entirely. He explicitly says no dunes. I don't blame him. Well, level sync. 12, 11 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie dunes. Before I promise that, let me make sure that there's actually another. We'll try to grab this Mithril White Mage. Party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie dunes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have acquired a white mage. Low level. See if we can get a black mage involved. Position Valkyrie dunes. Welcome. Welcome. Building from scratch. Maybe a minute. Smiley face. You smile in chat to make sure that you appear non-threatening, and then when their back is turned is when you descend on them. 100% good. I know how it goes. we're now going to attempt to acquire someone willing to party. If you are in chat currently and you would like to party and you just can't get enough of the dunes, let me know now. I'm going to aim to make it a level sync 11 party, which is like the sweet spot for lizards and such. I will give you like 10 seconds to let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep filling blanks. Level sync 11 party. You need it. Position Valkyrie dunes. It literally does not matter to me what job you are. I can make almost anything work. I obviously have to draw the line at like a party consisting almost entirely of thieves. I probably cannot swing that. Let me see if there's other party left yet. If not, they've been there a very long time. Hey, let's go. No, they didn't leave, did they? Unless something is soloing over here. This is a level 18 monk that is soloing. It's strange to me. Totally fine. Just hanging out, streaming and such. I'm not gonna tell them that I'm streaming because it might freak them out because it seems like they're a new player. How are you? Enjoying Final Fantasy 11? Or furry? Alright, I've acquired a friend. Nice. Tons of people are super friendly on the server. Hello, fur. See all 11, 19 inf. We need a tank to continue. I don't think that this warrior playboy bunny has replied. I don't know if this warrior is also going to be willing to come out, but we can see. I don't mind grabbing someone else. Whatever the fuck I mean by that. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie. Asshole. I hear you there, brother. If I can't get a warrior, I don't know if this is gonna happen. Let me see love for you. All right. Let's see if this Galka. Too much macaroni. Not enough cheese. Too much macaroni and too much cheese. I don't like macaroni. I'm a very high level cooking person. It is crazy competitive. More than I ever imagined. It do be neat making food at cost. I may run into, I seem to be running into a tank light environment. You may be main tanking. Would that be okay? So bear with me. This is a good song for this. All right, we have acquired one warrior. Let's go. Very exciting. Everyone in chat may pog accordingly. I see that you're all spamming chat. I actually need you to calm down. You need to pull yourselves back. Watch it. Bunch of animals. That's it. Subscriber only mode. You forced my hand. Hello, welcome. All right, so we have one white mage and we have a red mage. So that takes care of the healing for the most part. If I can get something that happens to do healing on occasion, like a black mage, that would be preferable. Because the sub-jobless white mage may run into mana problems. He said mana, funny. Low level sync, 11 party, do you need it? Position, Valkyrie Dunes. Hello, level sync 11 party, do you need it? Position, Valkyrie Dunes. I do try to avoid spamming out invites if I can, because I want to avoid a situation where people get all revved up to join a party and then it turns out that we're full. I try to limit it a little bit out of courtesy. Because like sometimes if you're looking for a party as like a thief or something, when there's about 800 billion gazillion other thieves around, that like a tell for an invite infuses in you so much military grade hopium that the resulting crash from not following through can render them catatonic. So I'm gonna try to avoid situations like that. Hello, welcome. So we have a dragoon now, and now I'm gonna try to get something that can pull, or is traditionally up to pulling. Okay, he does not want to. I do appreciate when people put in their search comments exactly what they're looking for, because it solves potential issues ahead of time. Hello, level sync 11 party. Party, do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. If you are interested, are you up to pulling? If I can, I'll try to recruit this person if they turn out to be like not a toxic psychopath. Which is it's a pretty low bar, to be honest with you. Like you're allowed to be like a little crazy, a little zany. I just need to not wake up one day to something in Discord saying, you know, I'm not a sexist racist, but, and then populate the rest of that message how you will in your mental meat space. Let's see all of the aside from the random frame drops, in your personal unrestricted opinions, how's the stream been? Are you having a good time? Are you comfy? Are you fed? Are you watered? Do you need me to turn you towards the light? Am I tickling your fancy in some plutonic way?
Oh my god!
Oh, baby, a triple!
Good.
Oh, yeah!
That's real good. What kind of Pop-Tart? Understand that your response here does not dictate the the quality or my impression of our relationship. Just know that it will be affected in some way. But don't be nervous. Nacho cheese fries, the voracious consumer of content. Strawberry. You pass. I'm just kidding. I never had any kind of like barometer for Pop-Tart to person worthiness ratio. I will say that though I do not partake of Pop-Tarts often, I do have a horror story from when I was a resident assistant in college, and I was doing my rounds, basically making sure that, you know, you little bastards weren't getting into like hijinks or whatever. And I went into a lobby area and saw a 3/4 Pop-Tart just chilling on the ground within 10 to 15 feet of a trash receptacle, just hanging out. Yeah, a whole ass basic Pop-Tart, partially consumed, in the middle, almost like they had like a ruler or something to make sure that it was an exact middle. And I don't know if somebody was having a Joker moment, or if it literally occurred to them in that moment that I have hit the maximum content threshold that my stomach capacity is willing to deal with, and I need to emergency eject this Pop-Tart from my hands. That's the only rational like throughput. I can't gaslight myself into believing that there's any other scenario. Like the person just had like, I don't know, like maybe they like it was time for class or something, and so like they said I can't run to class with a Pop-Tart in my mouth. It has to be a piece of bread. And so they took out their fallback bread out of their fallback bread pocket and started running off with it, and then just ditched the Pop-Tart because, you know, you got to use your hands for like Naruto running or something. I don't know. Oh, people are talking to me in party chat. Oh, sorry, I was talking to peeps. Is there crafting food on the server, Stoic? Yep, you can craft all sorts of food. Some are a little meme, like pretzels for MP plus % and some vitality. Position. Oh, yeah. You can you can buy ingredients. Most things, crafting wise, cooking wise, can be bought from NPCs. It depends on what nations control what areas that determine where vendors are. And hurry, go with your gut. You'll be helping heal, so maybe white mage? No, lol, I mean food that boosts crafting stats. Oh, sorry. Sorry, XD. No. You can buy equipment that raises skill with points from crafting point turn-ins, but that's it. Brown sugar, and it has to be toasted. If I were to pick any Pop-Tart flavor that gels with me on a spiritual level, it probably would be brown sugar. It's actually almost like an existential threat to have it in the house, in the same way that having just a bag of marshmallows is, or like peppermint creamer. You know, any one of those being like within pursuable distance of me is going to be like consumed voraciously. I prefer blueberry, but it's all we had. What type of Pop-Tart was it? I think it was strawberry, actually. To tell you the truth, I think it was pink. I mean, there's no other. There's none other, right? Like I don't often like splurge on myself when I'm out and about. Like if I see something that is supposed to be gourmet, like there's a gourmet text tax that they put on there. Like they just put the word gourmet on the package, and then that, you know, makes them privy to charging like 40% more. It's kind of like the Final Fantasy XI equivalent of charging like way more than something is worth because it's quote unquote best in slot. I think frosting is cherry. I think white with sprinkles is strawberry. Then it was probably cherry. I mean, it's probably never occurred to that person that, you know, emergency ejecting a Pop-Tart like that was going to be permanently burned into the mind palace of another human being pretty much forever. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that. John Stamos wishes he had this entertainment level. Hashtag Uncle Jesse what? I should get some Breaking Bad sound bites on here. I think I actually looked once and there wasn't really that much.
Sloppy.
Thank you for your patronage.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's time to stop.
A couple NPC in each guild can raise craft skill, but only for a few minutes. Position. You can also open map and look at the markers selection, and it will show where we are as blue squares. Smiley face. So we have a couple of people that are seem to be factory brand new, which is totally fine. I love teaching new people. I have no issue with that. One of them is going to be our poolers, so our chances of dying horrifically have increased 15 to 18% per my analytics. But it'll be fine, you know, because 15 to 18% times 0% is still 0. 0 being my chances of getting ripped and pepperoni. May need help to get through the tunnel because of sandbats, so can a kind individual please clear or zone out bats in tunnel east for Okimi to get through? Typically there is like a random 75 floating around that might be able to pull that away. 75. No, I don't want to see all of them. I just want to see who is in here. There's actually quite a few people that would qualify. I hope somebody's gonna go get them. I might be able to go get them. I will go to you if you're not through by time I'm there. Dross may be helping. Dross. Yep, furry. Malcolm Dunes. Time. Or Zolkheim. I never remember.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Excuse me, bitch?
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I love that. I love that Mr. Phil soundbite so much. I don't know. I mean, clearly he's, you know, prime time. He's probably referencing some text or something, or like, you know, summing up a situation. It's just the way that he says it is just so smooth. It do be smooth like butter. All good. You can change back in Selbina.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Nice. Just 1,000 more miles to go. All right, so we got some time. My signet is lower than I would like. It's definitely going to run out by the time that we get underway. My guess is like 15 to 20 minutes, which is the typical classic hallowed Final Fantasy XI experience. So we are gonna boot up my super cool and interesting trademark intra-game Super Nintendo and resume where we left off from Link to the Past. I need to grab my controller. No, fuck off. Xbox Live, I don't care. And we need to enable or detect gamepad changes. That's the sauce. That's the stuff. We have to go find the princess. she's bound to be around this corner. My name is Link. One thing that I never figured out in this game specifically is why his hair is pink. I mean, like, I don't know. Did, like, Hylians typically partake in hair dye? Is he wearing a wig? Is it a product of genetic experimentation to try to create the ultimate hero? So, like, you got the map, you can use it to see your current position and the rest of the dungeon. Press X. Ooh. Goodbye, friend. Owned. What level do you have to be to warp? 18? Okay, somebody's answering for me. Get hacked. Get hacked. This person so far seems very nice. So I run a currently all Bastoken social link shell that is loosely focused on conquest. So far, most of our time has been spent just getting people ranked up and stuff. The conquest element is more of an asterisk that's appended to the end of it. Once Treasures of Aragon comes out, there's going to be less emphasis on the importance of conquest, even though Horizon has... They want me to warp to you there. What? Oh, do you have to... He's asking for a mean to outpost teleport out. They're not trying to return home. One of the people that I've invited, English is not their first language, which is totally fine. But I'm being very quick to make sure that he doesn't warp to this completely new person back to Bastok from that's not good. We lose. Cross is here. Amico? Nope, Amico's here. Oh, it's Terra. Oh, Terra. Gotta tell you, okay. At least they know to teleport out. Okay. Just gonna keep an eye on where this individual is. So the reason why I brought up the whole Bastoken thing is because I am not, like, as time has gone on, like, I've realized that it hasn't really mattered to me, like, our link shell being like Bastoken focused. Like, in the beginning it was a cool thing to think about, right? Like some kind of like hook that makes the link shell different. But even with the Horizon level changes of introducing gradually more experience, like on a percentage basis, for people that are fighting over level 50 in opposing conquest zones, other than that, I mean, assuming that the treasures is going to be roughly feature complete, they're going to have sanction, which is its own experience point bonus. So all that having that boost in vanilla conquest zones does is make it not asked to party past level 50 in vanilla zones. So, I mean, I don't know how many people are actually wed to the idea of it being like only like a Bastoken only blink shell. It's come up a few times, but I mean, I'm the League Shaw leader, right? So, you know, I can hashtag do what I want. I am the Senate. See all. Sure. It may be a minute before Terra gets here. A lot of white mages have moved to Juno. I don't know exactly why the white mage moved back to Sandoria. Maybe they were there all along and I just missed that. But we pretty much have to wait for them to get back. The red mage is not going to be able to handle healing on their own. Welcome. And then we'll just play a little bit of Zelda. See, all Terra. That alarms me a little bit. Am I R0ing? No. Oh. Okay, that works. Terra. That's weird. It seems like the engine went down for a moment. I'll just periodically refresh to see if the white mage is actually coming out. If you're enjoying the riveting Link to the Past content, that forms the core of my... You think that I'm like a Final Fantasy 11 primary streamer, right? This is now a Link to the Past stream. I am the #1 Link to the Past streamer on Twitch or anywhere else. That was stupid. I didn't need to do that. I actually don't need to be getting this close at all. That sucks. It sucks for me. Good Dark Souls dodge. Eat my sword. Okay. I hope you enjoy that sound effect because it's going to keep playing. I'm sorry. This is the master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys cannot. No, I wanted the treasure chest. That's what I came in here for. Thank you, Stoic. I had a feeling you were getting close. That's what she said. Stoic, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend. All good. Happens. It'll be a while before you get here, so it may be worth it to keep looking. Looking for a telly, that is. I'll take. I mean, I feel bad. Like, I don't think that the chances of them getting a teleport within a reasonable amount of time is going to be very high. But that's just how this game goes, man. What was I saying before? Something about if you're enjoying the oh right, yeah. Follow me. Just insert something that seems to be funny or topical, and then end it with me psyoping you into following by clicking the purple follow button. Like let's just cut to the chase. You know what this was. If they're not able to find a telly in reasonable amount of time, may have to look for another one. But I'm going to give them a chance feels bad to pair up to it. Unless people don't mind if they run out here, but it'll be like 20 minutes before they get to us. So this is an unenviable position. The white mage is trying desperately to get a teleport in Sandoria because almost every, if not every tele-capable white mage except one occasionally popping up from time to time has moved to Juno. It's probably going to be an act of sheer luck for them to get a tele now. If they try to run out here, it's going to be like 20 minutes before they get here, like if they don't run into any issues at all. I am, as the party leader, I am responsible for the people's experience of the other people that are in my party. At least that's my take on it. So if I need to basically rep the white mage through no fault of their own, I'm gonna have to make that call. You won't be able to keep up with the damage, furry. I'm sorry. To be safe, we'll have to have another healer. North Sandoria, southern Sandoria. Partied with a 42 Dark Sam yesterday. They didn't have their Chocobo license. That is insane to me because that's like the very first thing that you do, if at all possible, is get that Choco license done. It has such an outsized impact on the rest of your travel time forever after that, assuming that you can afford it, because it takes a while before you can have the quote unquote disposable income to just start tossing 1,000 gil running. But they're waiting for Telly, giving them a couple more mins. I'm sorry, I'll give another couple minutes, but I don't have a ton of time left. If comes to it, are you okay with me repping you? Sad face. Yep. I'm very sorry. Most Telly have moved to Juno, which makes getting Tellys from home regions more difficult. Giving them a minute and then we'll rep. Thanks for your patience, guys. We'll start moving quick once we get another healer in place. This is just how it goes. Whoa. Did not mean to scroll out there. Oh, there's a paladin too. It's not... The difficulty is that there isn't really another... Furry's probably not gonna know. Let's look up. When does Red Mage get Cure 2? Red Mage. Damn, they get Cure 2 at 14? No, there was no way. There's no way he's gonna be able to support. We need somebody else, like literally anything else that would be able to, like maybe another Red Mage, like another White Mage would be preferable, but I don't know, man. This is a difficult position to be in. We can just try to see how this. We can try to see how this goes. Hello, level sync 11 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. I feel bad for the white mage not be able to make it out here in a reasonable amount of time. Hopefully the takeaway is that if you're gonna flag for party, you can't rely on people to teleport you out from home nations anymore. That phase of the community has pretty much moved on, I believe. Even with about 3,000 people on at any given time. It's just so hard. You can just sit there, like the amount of, like you have two choices in that situation. You either wait 15-20 minutes for a white mage to teleport you out, or you spend 15 to 20 minutes running out. At least running out, you can know for certain that you're going to make it out there. So they just have to make the call in the future to just run out there and be in place before you put your flag up. Oh, let's take one more. Not yet, no. Let's see if we can go a little higher and maybe get a white mage that's a little bit higher up. Man, the pickings are real slim here. We can try... Where's his home point? Sandoria. And try to make a red mage combo work. But the black mage is pretty much going to be doing nothing but curing. If you're comfortable main healing furry, like all you're doing is healing, we can try it. I want to make sure that furry understands that, like, his MP pool, well, it's bigger than the average sentient beings. He's basically gonna need to ration all of his MP on curing. Low level sync 11 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. This Taro white mage may be able to make it out here. We do have some more pop-ups. Okay, they say no thanks. I don't blame them. All Dross. I think that Dross just randomly... Nice. Dross randomly dropped. Very... No, nothing said. Classy. All right. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I'm sorry for dragging you out here. I thought we'd be able to hit the ground running. Please forgive me. Because this game is extremely, almost exclusively community driven. This is just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just wait for stuff and nothing comes out of it. It's been a while since I've been able to form a party where it basically dissolves just from like waiting. And by a while, I mean pretty much never. But it was bound to happen. I just lucked out that it was only until now that it did. We tried though. We did. We gave it a good shot. Disbanding party. Thank you for coming out. Please forgive me. If you're... Hi. I don't know if you're looking, but I run a friendly conquest social Bastock link shell. You're welcome to try. Should be. Let me see if furry. If I vote you awesome, I will swap to my main character and meet you and head to Sylvina if you'd like. It'll probably be safer. If you have any questions anytime about literally anything, let me know. My main car's name is Stoic. We're breaking the party up, furry. I'm sorry. White Mage couldn't find a tele from home region after 30 plus minutes. Okay. That's just how the cookie crumbles. We're going to instant warp back. We have the conquest points for it, so that's a non-issue. Then once I'm in my Mog house, I'm going to swap to my main character to give this very nice individual that showed extreme patience a pearl. And then I will take care of them like a duckling. The game is going to die momentarily while I switch characters. You're just going to need to embrace the void. Ah! Ah. Stop it. Enjoy your flashbang. So for whoever voted to start up another party, I hope that the party formation aspect was at least a little bit entertaining. If it's not, then or if it wasn't, then the check is in the mail. All right, gonna go to Juno. And then Telly out there and give this nice individual a pearl. So we didn't quite succeed in what our original goal was, which 1,000 years ago was said to have gotten 13. We're right at the razor's edge of 13, but we did not technically accomplish that. But that's fine. You know, you can't. It's unreasonable to expect that every single time that you set out to do something that you're going to succeed in it. In fact, that is assuredly a recipe to drive yourself insane. I do not recommend it. But Stoic, what if I'm already crazy? There's no helping you. No, that's not true. I do, having put myself in the shoes of that white mage and Okimi, I think their name was. I'm gonna invite them so I know exactly where they are. The lack of transportation options when you're just a little guy trying to make their way in the world is brutal. To you. Thanks for your patience. It's pretty rare. No, I won't say that. I'm not gonna let them worry about that. That's my problem to worry about. It can be really rough, slow going. Lusty schoolgirl, very nice. The legendary hero. I do like the look of this Raptor set. I wish that there was a way to swap color palettes of sets that you're wearing. Do you know how to equip a link shell and talk on it? Give him a chance to equip it. Awesome. Okay, they equipped it. Welcome. Kimi. They're pretty new, I think, so be sure to help answer any questions. Kind. I think so. They might have questions sometimes, but no fighting. Okay, so we got a new person pearl, so at least they have some way of asking questions. If they... Okimi is kind of new, I think, so they might have some questions. Some point, sometime. If you need help with anything, Okimi, be sure to let us know. Alright, that was my good deed for the day. I go to Selbina and warp back. And I don't think that there's anything. I'm probably gonna swap out the tropical punches, to be honest with you. Like even if I was hitting more accurately more often, I don't think that the amount of legway that I'm getting out of the extra TP is making up for like the lost damage from having hand-to-hand stuff that just gives me damage. But it's so hard for me to evaluate hand-to-hand well, like what it's worth to have XYZ stat on hand-to-hand stuff, just because of the way that it works off of your basic hand-to-hand ability. Like it adds damage and accuracy, like, it adds damage onto you, right? But like I don't know what the basic amount of hand-to-hand damage is. Like it's not like I can equip my own fists and then see, oh, okay, that's how much damage my fists are, and then these fist weapons are adding on top of that. Unless somebody happens to randomly just know that information. I'm gonna head off for the night. Take care, good luck. The cookie do be crumbling that way sometimes. We are going to warp back. And I'm going to put Mr. Stoic in a position where he is going to be ripe and ready to do guild turn-ins first thing in the morning. And I do that by equipping Thief and fleeing out to Saruta Baruta. And then when we get there, I'm going to send you guys off to someone also Final Fantasy XI affiliated, so that I can give them a infusion of happy good feelings from being raided. You know, like the 21st century Twitch kind, not the 15th century. Not the 15th century kind. No one was stoked about getting raided in the 1500s. Or maybe they were. I don't know. I'm not that old. Lamau. We only dropped like 9,000 frames. I mean, I hate that. Like, there's no reason I should be doing that. I have an outrageously high internet plan. It should not. It has to be something with the router. But I'll take a look at the data. I guess I should be thankful that it's only 1.3% of the stream that was functionally lost. Yamacat, sorry that's happening to you. If one thing I will say, not that the world ever works like this, or only rarely does. One thing I will say, that if it's meant in like a faded way to happen to anyone, it should actually be me, because I'm already in the headspace to expect and like work through issues like that without allowing myself to get like actually frustrated. If the act of me having weird intermittent bitrate issues has, in terms of like the universal zeitgeist, prevented someone else from experiencing bitrate issues, I will take the hit. That's fine. OBS can go fuck itself though. I don't know why it's not responding to my commands to change the bitrate. Unless it's just... I mean, I don't even know if that would solve it. It probably wouldn't solve it, because if it's like an equipment issue, like the router is basically hiccuping like every 30 minutes, that's an equipment thing. That's how it goes. You know? I mean, it seemed like everybody had a good time. I had a good time. The last 45 minutes were, you know, we played some Zelda. That was exciting. I mean, I literally, during the like 10 collective minutes that we were playing Zelda, I could literally not get you guys to shut up. It actually might be too much serotonin to have Super Nintendo games play while we're waiting for stuff to happen. Like, it's my responsibility to make sure that your bodies don't generate so much happy feel-good chemicals that you basically crash immediately afterward. You guys got to practice self-care more. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Did you not stream tonight, Yame? I mean, I guess not, because you were here, but... Did I not flee over here? Good, that means I can flee back to the Mog House. No, been off most of the week too, because I'm sick. Can't talk. I'm sorry to hear that. I understand literally what that's like. I had combination bronchitis and laryngitis at the same time. So not only was my like vocal cords and trachea like fucked, they were fucked like twice over in two very medically fascinating ways. And I was basically told that I could not speak for like 3 days. That if I spoke at all, I was basically causing damage to myself. So it was like a sitcom, like a filler episode where I walked around with a literal whiteboard in order to communicate. And it was pretty funny. I mean, I had fun with it. Started cold symptoms on my birthday. No birthday stream. Depressing. If it makes you feel any better, and your mileage is certainly going to vary if it does, I think you're great at streaming, and like you, like all of us collectively, all 8,000 viewers that are tapped in right now watching, we can all collectively agree to report to anyone that you did have a stream today, and it was the best stream in the world. Full stop. And that's what we'll say to anyone that asks, or even if they don't ask, we'll just volunteer this information. But let me find an individual that I can send this Stoic Nation to. Let's turn this off. Oh, twitch.tv. And if you happen to enjoy this content and you have not followed yet, you would do me the most gracious of services by pressing the purple follow button. It is a simple action, but has an outsized effect on other people being able to find me and watch me. It also makes me feel good. Twitch either is being slow or my internet situation is more fucked up than it's letting on. Let's try to send you to someone new. Because if I can make someone feel a rush, even momentarily, from being rated, and thereby improve their quality of life even in iota, I would prefer that. A thousand pardons while I continue researching. I appreciate your patience. All right. Let's send you to this individual. I'm sure that they are very nice. If you could do me a huge favor, and through the simple act of once you get there, to just say like hi in general, or like ask what they're up to or something. It's very motivating for them. /raid. And you may or may not get some kind of prompt momentarily. Thank you guys so much for coming out. The next stream, it's very unlikely there's going to be a stream tomorrow. If there is, it's going to be very short. The next stream for sure is going to be Monday with our normal character. We're probably going to be doing more leveling on Paladin, on our main character. Doing a combination of going through a Dark Paladin arc where I tried to make Greatsword work. And everything that entails. I appreciate it. I will see you guys later. I'm gonna send you now, pressing the button. They do have follower only chat, which is a little bit spicy. Do with that information what you will. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.